Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Murphy's Law. Today I've got a really big pickup video for you guys today. I've got two games that I am super stoked to own, that as soon as I started collecting, I knew I was going to go after. But I got a lot of stuff to cover. I got some Genesis pickups, some Super Nintendo, some regular Nintendo pickups to go through, so we will just get started right away. First up, I have Model 2 Genesis. This was given to me by a friend for free, so no charge for that. They had it in their garage. They weren't using it, and they just decided to give it to me. They gave me a few games with it. Some of the games I'm going to show you now I already had, because I knew I'd be getting a Genesis eventually. Most of them came with the system, so let's just get right into that really quick. First up, we have Sonic the Hedgehog. This one is not complete, but it has the not for resale stickers on it. Then I have another copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. This one says not for resale actually on it, and the case is a little different. I'm not sure the release dates. I haven't really done any research, so I'll probably be trading one of those off eventually. Then Sonic 2. This one is complete, and in really good shape actually. Rocket Knight Adventures. Again, complete. I've never actually played this one. Talked to a few friends. They say it's an awesome game. It's got some, let's see if I can show it to you there. It's got some water damage on the back, but the game is in good condition. Joe and Mac, missing the instruction manual. Again, a game I've never actually played. The person who gave me the Genesis said that it was one of their favorite games growing up, and that she couldn't wait to play it with me. Jurassic Park. Not complete. Again, haven't played it, but I believe that it's considered to be a decent game. NBA Jam TE, my favorite 16-bit sport game. Again, very arcadey. No instruction manual, but game is in good condition. Very arcadey. 2-on-2 basketball. Awesome hidden characters like Bill Clinton. Absolutely love this game. Clue. That is complete. Instruction manual's got some pencil writing on it. I'd rather just set up the Clue game and play, but I got it, so who knows. Then just some sports titles that I'll probably never play. World Series Baseball. NFL Football 94. And Troy Aikman Football. Again, I'll probably never play any of these. Not a big sports games. The NBA Jam is probably the closest I'll get to sports games. Then I've got some loose games as well. I've got a loose Sonic 2. Oh, sorry about that. Just the kernel bothered me. I've got a loose Sonic 2 with the not for resale sticker on it. I have a WWF Super WrestleMania. I don't remember playing this one. I know some of the 8 and 16-bit wrestling games can be fun. Some of them are really choppy with the controls. N64 is when I really started getting into wrestling games. So I'll give that one a try. Power Rangers the movie game. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and I remember renting this around the time the movie came out, and I just had endless amounts of fun. You can play as all the different Rangers. You get to play as the Zords, and I remember at one point you get to pick whether or not you want to be the Falcon Megazord or the regular Megazord. But super fun game there. Frogger on the Genesis. Haven't ever really played this version, but it's a classic game, so probably just as good. Monopoly. I do like the video game versions of Monopoly because this is one of the board games that is hard as hell to set up, or well, tedious to set up. And with the game, it keeps track of it. Clue I like better as an actual board game, but these versions I don't mind so much. And it's fun to play the older versions, see what they look like compared to like the PS3 Monopoly collections now. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I believe this is the fighting game, which I remember dumping hours and hours into. A lot of fun. Controls are pretty solid. You get to play as the main Rangers, and you also get to play as some of the villains. They all have their own special moves. Really fun. Eternal Champions, another fighting game. I remember when I first discovered that this game had fatalities. I didn't know about it. Then I found a strategy guide inside a magazine and found out that there was stage fatalities where you can like knock the characters into fans, and just absolutely fantastic. This game takes a bunch of different characters from different places in time, like cavemen and futuristic soldiers and vampires and stuff like that, and pits them against each other. good variety of characters, and from what I remember, really solid fighter. Then we have the first Toe Jam and Earl. I definitely want to find the second one, Panic on Funkatron, but this is a classic game. And last, but certainly not least, the Genesis version of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You watch my Super Nintendo collection video, you know that I own this for Super Nintendo as well. Very cool to have this on Genesis. So that takes care of all my Genesis stuff. Let's get into my Nintendo pickups. So some of these a friend was able to pick up from a thrift store for me. Some of them I did trades with in my Facebook group, Video Games, Scores, Trades, and More. And others, nope, that's it, just trades. So first up, I've got a Game Genie. It's a little damaged, but I knew that when I bought it. I love being able to go through the old games without being able to die. Makes them funner, in my opinion. The challenge is nice without it, but when you just want to sit down and play through a game because you love the gameplay, this thing is a great tool to have. Next up, we have Spy Hunter. I don't remember there ever being an end to this game. If someone would like to leave me a comment letting me know if there is an end to the game. I remember playing this with a Game Genie once where your card couldn't die, and there's no, I don't remember there ever being an end. You just keep going until you die. So, not sure. I'll probably look it up now that I'm a little bit older and the internet exists. I'll look it up and find out how to beat it and play through it again. And we have Little Nemo the Dream Master, one of the Capcom games. Very, very fun. Like I said, I love the Capcom Nintendo games. It's back when they were a good company. Kid Cool, my buddy found this at a thrift shop for me. Texted me, asked me if I wanted it. I thought it was a different game. I played it when he gave it to me, and it's not very good. And I'm not very good at it. I'll probably use the Game Genie and give it another shot, but whatever. Next set of games is a result of a trade I did with a guy from the group. We've got Double Dragon 3 up first. Label is a little worn, but the gameplay is great, and that's all that really matters to me. One of my all-time favorite Nintendo games, Super Dodgeball. Love this game. Such great gameplay. The special moves are easy to do. The characters are well designed. The music is catchy. Super fun with another player. Also really fun to go through single player. I will get endless amounts of hours of entertainment out of this game. I'm very, very, very happy to have this in my collection. Ninja Gaiden 2. I still need number 3. I already had number 1, so glad to have this. Can't wait to own the trilogy. A little bit of dent in the cartridge there that you can kind of see. But again, plays great, so I don't really care. Then the first Mega Man game that I'm able to pick up. I want to own all of them. 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite growing up. After that, they got really ridiculously hard. But I'm still going to go for all 6 of them on this system, and then 7 on Super Nintendo, but that's like a $70 game, so it could be a while. But very, very happy to have this in my collection. Love it. The music is fantastic, and again, this is back when Capcom was making fantastic games before they started shitting all over their fans. But I absolutely love this game so much. Next up, we have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Classic boxing game. I've never been able, even with the Game Genie, to beat Mike Tyson. So I don't think I'll ever see the ending of this game, but it's really, really fun to play until you lose. Ooh, that's gonna take Bubble Bobble, classic 2-player or single-player puzzle game. Love it. So many levels to go through. I remember entering the level skip cheat when I was younger and just seeing what level 99 looks like. I would like to sit down and play through this game completely one day. We'll see if that ever happens, but again, very, very happy to have this in my collection. And then Castlevania 1. This game, in my opinion, is a lot better than number 2. It's side-scrolling. There's definitive end to the stages. Number 2 is more like a Zelda game and has that annoying, what a horrible night to have a curse. So, whatever. But I absolutely love this copy, or love this game, this version of it. Castlevania 3 goes back to this style, and then they continue like that until they get to the Castlevania Metroid style of later games, which they execute really well on the Game Boy Advance. So, really, really happy to have that. And then last on the Nintendo list is a game that I've wanted since I started collecting. This is one of the big pickups for this video, and that is the Tengen version of Tetris. This game is harder to come by because when it was first released, Tengen had the rights to make an arcade version of Tetris, but they did not have the rights to make a home console. Nintendo had it. I don't know if they didn't know that. I don't really know the whole story behind it, but I know that they produced this game. They made a bunch of copies. They started selling it, and then when they were done, they got pulled because Nintendo sued them. So it became an instant collector's. I know the price was a lot higher than what it is now when it first happened. I think it was worth a couple $100s. Now it's just around a $50 game. If you're trying to pick this up, don't pay more than $50. If you're patient and you do your hunting, you can find it. That's what I paid for it, $50 from another guy in the group. That was shipped, so there's no extra shipping charges. It plays great. The label's in really good condition. I am so happy to be able to cross this off my Tetris list because, as I've mentioned plenty of times before, I'm going for a complete Tetris collection. So very, very, very happy to find this. And then continuing on the Tetris thing, I have Tetris Attack. Haven't had a chance to play it or put it into my Super Game Boy to give it a shot, but again, going for all the Tetris games, so glad to check that off my list. Next up, I have a Super Nintendo game for you. I do have one other Super Nintendo game, but I really want to save that to the end. You got a Yoshi's Island. I don't have the insert, I don't have the manual, so all I have is the box and the game, and the game came with a different label. It is the original chip inside, but the label was destroyed, so the guy printed out a custom one and put it on there. That doesn't bother me. Again, just really want to play the game. Forgot I had the box, but I do have the box, so now I have a box and a game. I'll need to order another insert and maybe try and find the instruction manual, but I don't care. So I'm going to skip the last Super Nintendo game because I really want to save that to last, and then go on to some PlayStation 2 games that, again, another friend gave me for free. So first up, we have the original Ratchet & Clank Greatest Hits version. It's got the disc and the book in there. This game is super, super fun. Really a lot of fun. If you haven't ever played a Ratchet & Clank game, hop onto PSN, go buy a PS3 version. Any of them, doesn't matter. They're all really, really fun. But they are so fun. Go play one if you haven't played one. Next up, we have Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. It's the second game in the series, I believe. Again, a lot of fun. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. I believe the first PS2 version of Spyro. I don't remember playing this one, but the Spyro games in general are really good, so I'm looking forward to being able to play that. Then Spyro A New Beginning. Then we have the Mortal Kombat Collection, which has Mortal Kombat Deception, let me pull this back a little bit, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Shaolin Monks is probably my favorite out of these three. The other two are only mediocre. This is around the time Mortal Kombat was going downhill. Shaolin Monks is a adventure beat 'em up, and you get to do their fatalities and special moves. So I really like that one. It's kind of like a better version of Mythologies, because that Mythology Sub-Zero game blows. But that one is really good. The other two are all right. I much prefer the new Mortal Kombat 9, I think is what it's subtitled as. But the newest Mortal Kombat on PS3 is really fun. Then some PS3 games that I hadn't owned. Ghostbusters. I played this on the 360 when I originally had my 360. Same voice actors, same writers as the movies. Well, I guess they weren't voice actors in the movies. Same actors and writers as the movies. It is essentially Ghostbusters 3. The story is hilarious. The gameplay is solid. Multiplayer is super fun. If you haven't ever played this and you're a fan of Ghostbusters movies, do yourself a favor and pick this one up. Then we have the first Lego Batman. The Lego games are always good. I'm really looking forward to Lego Marvel Heroes. Lego Batman 2 is the first Lego game where the characters talk. I haven't had a chance to pick that one up yet, but I will eventually. I got Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. If you are only a modern gamer, if you don't want to sink money into collecting, if you are a fan of the Sega Genesis, you need this game. Brand new, you shouldn't pay more than $20. You should be able to get it between $10 and $14, but it has tons and tons of games on there. Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Shinobi 3, Altered Beast, a bunch of RPGs, a bunch of Phantasy Stars, both Shining Forces, Echo the Dolphin. Like, there is endless amounts of hours of fun in this. So if you were a fan of the Genesis, if you owned a Genesis as a child, you owe it to yourself to pick this up. Even if you are a retro collector and you own a Genesis, this game has the HD upgrade, so they look better on newer TVs. You can save the game. It's almost like an emulator. It's absolutely fantastic. You need to pick this up. The only problem I have with it is Sonic 2 doesn't have the sound test menu, so you can't do the supersonic cheat. That was one of best things I remember about that game as a kid is throwing in the sound test in the debug mode, giving myself all 7 Chaos Emeralds, getting 50 rings, and running through a stage of Supersonic. Absolutely fun. But again, if you like Genesis, pick this up. Please, do yourself a favor. Then last for PS3, I can't remember the name, sorry, I'm going to read it off the case here. Hyperdimension Neptuna. This is an RPG, it's a dungeon crawler, but the dialogue and the story are all gamer related. It's absolutely hilarious. You meet other characters from other Sega games. It's anime, it's definitely Japanese. If you like video games, you'll get a lot of the jokes in here. Really, really fun. I like the battle system. I like the character design. Should definitely check this out. Alright, and now for the biggest pickup of this whole video. I waited till the end because I'm super stoked to have this. I bought it from a guy in the group. He gave me a really, really good deal on it. The game that I'm about to show you, he sent to me cartridge only. That's what the deal was for. I already had the box, the instruction manual, and a couple of the extras, so I put them together to make this complete version, but I am super, super happy to have this. Chrono Trigger. Absolutely great game. I'm going to open it up here to show you guys. The box I have is in a little rough shape. Let's see if I can show it to you up close here. The back is alright. The front is alright. But we've got a lot of fraying on the edges. The dog ears, or the flaps, are in really rough condition. You can see it coming off there. On the other side, I think one of them is actually missing. Yeah, see, that one's been ripped off. But still, the box and instruction manual for free, so that didn't cost me any extra. And then, like I said, the guy sent me the game. So I've never owned this before. I've played it a little bit, so I don't know if this is 100% complete, but I'll show you what I got. I've got this first piece of art, which is a copy of the cover. It is double-sided. It's got some maps on the back there. Then it also came with this other poster here. And I believe, judging by the art style, that Akira Toriyama, the guy who invented Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, did the art for this. All the characters look like his style. He's a very distinctive style. Then on the back is some game clips of the map there, and another character, Chrono, Frog. So those are cool. I was thinking about throwing those in a frame, since they really don't do anybody anything sitting in a box collecting dust. Then, of course, the instruction manual. This one's a little rough. The overall flaps are loose. It's got a crease in the end, but it is in 100% complete. There's no missing pages. It's got the tag team moves list in there. And then last but not least, of course, the game. Game's a little rough. Let me get it up close there. It's been scuffed or scraped or something right there. It does still play fine. It saves fine, so that's good. But I knew about this when I got it, and I was gonna use it as an opportunity to try a cover swap. I've seen a couple videos on them where you kind of heat up the glue, peel the label, take it apart, put the board into another case from like a sports game or something you don't care about, and then reapply the label. So I'm gonna try and give that a shot. I'll probably make a video about it, but that is the pickup that I'm super, super excited for. It only cost me $50 for the game, and even though it's in a little bit of rough shape, I was absolutely fine with that, because it was $50 shipped, which is a good price, and B, on eBay and other such auction sites, even in crappy condition, I've seen them go for upwards of $80. So $50 to me was a great deal. Guy's a trusted friend, so I'm absolutely happy to have that. Sorry, it's a little rough to get back in the case here. So I'm going to have so much fun playing that. I'll never ever buy a game just to have it. If I'm not going to play it, then it's worthless to me. If I find a rare in the wild, even if I'm not going to play it, of course I'll pick it up and use it as trade fodder, because there's someone out there who wants it. But for me, if I'm not going to play it, then I don't want it. Like that Kid Cool game, I thought it was something else. It's not good, and I'll probably end up getting rid of it. But for now, that's all I have for you. I do actually have another Sega package on the way, so when that shows up, I'll show that off. I can't really do much more hunting on my own because my wedding is right around the corner. Just 2 months out now. Finished designing my wedding invitations. And once they actually go out to the people, I can show those off on the next video I make. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you are another YouTube contributor, if you're part of the YouTube gaming community, let me know in the comments and I'll share your video. You can share mine. You know, give each other some subs. Besides that, as always, fight evil, play video games.